Hi, and welcome to the R2RB podcast series, Woman Entrepreneur Spotlight. I am in the studio with Irina Turner, owner of Arts by Angelova Gallery. And Irina, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. And how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you. I am good. And I always like to ask two questions to get us warmed up. If you
Sure.
could have any superpower, which one would you have?
Okay, so the question about the superpower, so if I can have, that's a really good one. I actually have this expressed in my artworks, and because it's something that it is a little difficult for me to talk, kind of like express in words. But it has something to do with a frequency and with everybody being on same frequency
Oh,
and
wow.
feeling it, yes. But I'm kind of ruining it for the artwork, so I may have to rewind. Um, and this is the ultimate power of humanity. It's not money or power or anything. This is the ultimate everything. If everybody can get on a frequency and vibration, and then that will be the ultimate understanding of it all.
I like that. Oh, I like that a lot. And we definitely need to be there. What's your favorite app on your phone and why?
My favorite app, I don't really tend to use my phone much rather than to keep up with the business part of everything, which will be really focusing on the social media aspect of it. When I don't have to use it, I rather not. So, but I try to keep up with my Facebook and Instagram because as an entrepreneur, this is just a must. I have to, yeah. But I do have to put it away and sit it away. And other than that, I kind of stay off of it. I paint a lot.
I agree. We do have, and I do that myself now too. It's hard to sometimes put that phone aside, but
Yeah.
I've been coming home in the afternoons and actually just putting it aside and taking time to, just to have that quiet time to de-stress. So
Hmm.
yeah, I get that part with the phone. Your mission, Arts by Angelova. Her mission is to cover the earth with art, peace, and love, inspiring others to embrace creativity and flourish in the unity, communicating through the language of visual arts. What's the full message that you want people to walk away with?
The full message is really it's right there because it is really just that simple.
Mm.
So it's not complicated, and that's what we as humans tend to do and think sometimes, and it's not that complicated. Things are simple, and we just have to see it through. And it's so easy to be more if we can do this together. This is really
Absolutely.
it. It's just so plain and simple and to the point.
And I think sometimes we overcomplicate things.
Yes, exactly, and it holds us back.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. That's why I love this mission statement. So you are the owner of Arts by Angelova Gallery in Middletown, and you found your space sometime around November 2022 or 23? 22. This came out
It
of
it
23.
was 22 when I first looked at it. It was November, but it was a long process. It was a process even of just getting in because it was very much bare bone industrial. It's the location is actually where the Middletown transcript was being printed, so that
Oh
was really
wow. Oh wow, I
really
didn't know that.
interesting.
So you
And
so there's history there to begin with.
it's yes, it is history there. There was marks all over the floors
Wow.
from the ink, from the presses. So
Oh
yes, it's
cool.
it's pretty interesting and cool. And it took a little bit to even have the place to a point where I can get in and start working on it. And that wasn't until February. But I first looked at it in November, and it's just oh, the vision was just since then straight up and forward for me. And I'm keep working on it like consistently.
It's in progress. So before
Yes,
you found your space, though, did you have an idea of the space you were looking for, or did you had the plan in your head that you wanted a gallery?
I did. Yes, I mean, I had a vision of having a space to. It was slowly shaping up, even if it's not necessarily a gallery, just a space to where I can display and others can display, and more creative things can go on, like a creative studio of sort, gallery. Everything is happening like very organically, and just kind of following what feels right for me to do right now.
And that's one of the best ways to go is organically, especially I
Mm-hmm.
think being an artist,
Oh yes, this is a
right?
must.
Yeah.
This is an absolute must for me. Well, and because I'm a abstract artist, so I'm not the type of artist who can copy or who will follow tutorials to the T or take very specific commissions. So for me, it's all about self-expression. So it has to happen this way. It doesn't, otherwise it just doesn't happen.
For you, absolutely. And
Yeah.
you have shared on Facebook like the process of your abstract art,
Hmm.
which is I remember when I first started following you and I saw this beautiful painting that for
Oh,
me, and I forget which one it was.
which one was it?
I'm going to find the one it
Okay.
was, but it was just, and you might have asked the question about feelings or something, and I just remember it invoking such feelings looking at this, and I call them angels,
Oh,
in your artwork
thank
that,
you.
and
That's
the,
what kind of what people call them.
and I
I
don't think
don't know
that's what
what
you
they are when they
intended.
happen. So,
Yeah, but
but
there's
they must be
this
angels.
beautiful image coming
Thank you.
through that's what got me, and I was like, oh my God, I got to follow this. Absolutely.
Oh,
And so when
thank you.
you've shared that process of where you start from and how you've done a few of those where we've seen like some of the beginning and the middle,
Hmm.
the beautiful endings of your artwork.
Thank you. Thank you.
When did you know that you wanted to be an artist?
Um, I think always from very early, but then there is a point of time, especially when it comes to being an artist. There is a lot that goes into factor that as a child it it can happen, so you don't go that way, and then you just don't think that you are, but you always know because something is off.
Right.
So when life takes you through different opportunities, um to where creativity can be expressed, either if it's in when you become a wife and a mom in a home, and you set up your home, either if it's expressed on how you do everything, how you coordinate, if it's the way you dress, either if it's like the projects that you pick up and do, it just goes around with you.
Right,
No
right,
matter what else happens in your life,
right.
that just stays and goes. And if you don't find that way to express it, then an artist is always an artist. So they're not gonna be anything else. It's not gonna go away until
No.
until they're here. So they may not understand it, but what it is there will be something always missing. It can either go that way, or you can try find ways to make it funnel out.
Right.
It can be simple things,
Yeah.
and this is how it really became for me what it is now. Like literally, I was just picking up objects around me and making things out of them, like literally from the silliest things, and projects around the house. Like I'm talking about impressively very skillful handcrafted projects that I have never done before, and I just
Wow.
did, and I was like, oh
Wow.
wow, let me see. um, and then it just moved into more finer things, with the paint, and I worked in fashion for some time
So
as a
that,
stylist.
is that how your art and your styling got into the clothing?
I think so, yes, because I I was always great with putting the colors and the shape together on the body as a stylist, as a former stylist. and having all the fabrics and textures and all of it work now. While I don't work as much with the different fabrics right now. Right now, my fashion line is to several different fabrics, and I have bags and also make jewelry and different accessories. But I think I just kind of like, it wasn't really planned. I just kind of like naturally let what I felt like should be happening happen. I made a few things for myself first. I loved it. And that's another thing, is that I wouldn't give my audience anything that I wouldn't just love.
Right, right.
So yes.
Yeah, and
And
I've seen some of your pieces as well, and taking your artwork to put on a piece of clothing, they're beautiful.
thank you. Thank you. Yeah, they make you feel like you're like floating
Yeah,
and moving.
right?
Yes, yes. Um, they do have Martha Morgan on Delaware Avenue in Wilmington. She has the bags. They're a great accessory to all her clothing lines over there.
Oh, that's fantastic. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I know again. So two things that the colors and the vibrancy and the depth of your artwork from those color combinations and the expression that comes through each of your pieces of artwork are absolutely extraordinary.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
This is what I'm trying to give, this like positive, uplifting
it
vibration coming
is.
through.
You can't get depressed looking and feeling from your artwork. There's too much happiness.
Oh,
I just want to go back to when you opened your gallery.
okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, and you were talking about, being a blank mess, really, and then a blank
Oh, yeah.
slate. And again, you posted when you first, I think when you first got the keys to the door
Yeah.
and moving in and all the work the prep work, and you were
Oh,
doing that by yourself.
yeah, yes. But again, that tunnel vision just kept going and going, and it got done. And not only, but one of the very signature things about the gallery is something that um I don't know if it can be seen anywhere else, but it doesn't matter because I'm doing it just as it felt right at the time. But the floors turned out really great because once yeah, once I refinished them, I cleaned them, refinished them. And one day I was sitting and I'm thinking, because everybody's, oh, galleries floors, they should be neutral, they should be gray and or something neutral. I'm working with concrete floors, so
Right.
at the time I had to move quick. There was no no resources or time to do like resin. Ideally the plan is a resin that I want to do myself, but I think I'm slowly going to add elements to it. That's another work in progress there, fantastic one. So one day I just picked up a bunch of colors and started making the floors, which have been an absolute talking point for anybody who walks in. And while this was not the plan was just to let things flow out. It turned out very much like a signature.
It did. Oh
Mm.
my gosh. It is part of you on the floor that makes it just stand out over and above
Mhm.
any place else that you would walk into with like you said, the neutral color, which can be boring.
Yeah, well, the artwork makes things, pop, but it turned out actually that the way the artwork is curated in the space, it still
Yeah.
makes everything flowing really great. And it's a very attractive view for the viewer to
Yeah,
walk in and to see
absolutely.
this. It's very
Yeah. So
pleasing.
it's just an extension of you and your art,
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
then
it's
little,
exactly.
yeah,
And it
absolutely.
carries out to the walls.
Right. And it carries out to the walls with your artwork, with, more of you. And so, do you have a favorite piece of art of
Oh, I, I don't, I have favorites. If I have to pick one, I don't think that I can. But if I really, really, really have to pick one, it will be probably the angel that was displayed at the DuPont, at Curtis at DuPont. Yes, she
Yeah,
was an absolute phenomenal. Really just flew out of me. Like the entire thing just came very quick. very intuitive, very it was done in a very prolific way, and it just literally came up to life in a very unique way. So yes, so that will be her.
Sorry, did somebody contact you that they were looking for somebody to do the display in the window, or did you find it on your own?
Actually, this is the owner of the salons, Randy Curry. When that very location was opening up, he liked my artwork, so he purchased 9 artworks for their location.
Oh, wow.
And so they're on display.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they. So they're on display. Then he kept an eye on what I'm up to and all that, and it's like gave me an opportunity that I honestly really appreciate. But coming from somebody like him, who is somebody with such a vision, the way his business is run is just so much more than a business. It's more like, it feels like a family, to where everybody's comfortable going in and having great service. He has done this for a long time. He has found talents for a long time, and he's an art collector as well. And when that opportunity was given, that was really, this is what she represented, what it felt at the time, because it's a very focal spot. And
so for those of you who are listening, it's actually a 3D piece of art that Irina created in the window. And did you not set out for it to be a 3D piece, or did you have kind of an idea?
And it just kind of came up like that. So I did all of it. I built the dress from broken glass. So it was really, really rising up from with clear resin. So it looked like she's coming out of broken glass, and there was the big wings on the top. And the wings was actually, they are reversible. I have them at the gallery, and you can display them as a butterfly or as an angel. And it's a very interesting piece, very like thought-provoking piece. And it means like coming out of shattered glass and flying out.
Yes. And so if you go follow Irina, you can see the beautiful piece of art on your Facebook page. And before we go any further, why don't you tell people where they can find you on Facebook and contact you, and where the gallery is located in Middletown?
Okay. So my Facebook is Arts by Angelova. That's ARTSBYANGELOVA, Arts by Angelova. And it's the same thing with Instagram, and that's where you can find me. This is also my email. My brand, Arts by Angelova, is kind of like across the board. So is the site, artsbyangelova.com. And the gallery, Arts by Angelova, is located at 24 West Main Street, Unit C, and you can't miss it because there is a very colorful sidewalk, glittery, shiny, colorful, happy, vibrant sidewalk leading you through, and signs of the inspirational alley, which is where the gallery is located. You will see the signs, and a big colorful mural hugging the door. So you cannot miss it.
No, and before you moved in, you could very easily miss that alley, because there was nothing.
It was nothing, yes. Well, my landlord, Dawn from Creative Age, she's a very creative person, so it worked out well. She's also the one who allowed me to do the sidewalk, because not many landlords will say, yeah, go for it. But she's been very helpful. She did a lot of my signs, and she's doing the signs for the events now, and she's right in there in that alley with me, trying to boost the creativity out.
Yeah, that is so great. We need that. We need something like that in the communities, be it Middletown, here in Dover, up and
Mm-hmm.
down Delaware. Absolutely. We know it's been a rough few years coming out of COVID, and
Yeah.
having a place like your gallery is absolutely, people have to get out and find you. We get stuck, and sometimes, we get so stuck in a rut that we don't know what we want to do, but then we find
Mm-hmm.
somebody like you that has this amazing artwork herself and then this amazing gallery to go to, and you have an event coming up as well, right?
Yes, yes.
You want
We
to
are having the bloom, the bloom, March 22nd.
Is there another event coming up after
Other
that?
things coming up? Well, there is things currently. I'm just taking some works down from Gallery 1601, which is a new gallery in Wilmington, Delaware. They're fantastic, amazing, curated by Unified Creative Exchange.
Okay.
What I currently also have is a large display at Legal Grounds Cafe, which is a beautiful cafe at Ellesmere, Delaware. The display is turning out lovely. You should really go see it because it's only up until the end of this month.
Oh, wow.
It's looking just beautiful, and it's radiating that energy that I was talking about. And it's really a great way to to start a day with a nice coffee and breakfast and just enjoy that. It is really a way to relax and just be and soak into the art for a little bit and take a minute to just relax.
And we don't do that enough. We need to
No,
learn
no.
how to take an extra minute to distress and find beauty in other things,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, and so this is what's happening now in March. In April, Finished in the Owl. It's a bookstore in Wilmington, who will have me as the featured artist. This is April. In May, for the May Art Loop, um, I will be the featured artist at the Deco in the hotel
Oh,
Dupont
nice.
building. Yes, so which is interesting because my very like boosted up career in Wilmington started from there as well. It was
Oh,
Nataki Oliver's events, which I'm till this day attend. But she's a whole nother story. She's like a whole nother name and inspiration that I can go on forever. But yes, I'm back at the Deco in May. And in June, I have a solo exhibition, 40 artworks
wow.
at the Opera House in Antiques in Newcastle, Delaware, in historic Newcastle.
Oh my God.
Curated by Julieta Hill. She's a wonderful curator and
Awesome.
artist. She will be at the Bloom. She
Oh,
will be one of the
great.
featured artists. Yes,
Good.
and I'm really really excited. This is the first time that I am going to be other than in the gallery, but like
Same.
out of the gallery to where I have like a full solo exhibit.
How exciting. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
exciting for you. That is
Thank you.
awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Let me ask you a question. Did you have any formal art training?
No, none at all.
Okay.
Actually,
I love
none.
it.
Not only that, but it's what is interesting kind of for me is I much rather just find my way in what I'm doing and just letting the process be versus having to follow tutorials to try to do something else. Like I'm really just painting. I'm really just
Painting
making
for life.
art
Yeah.
and I want it to be just like that. And I do see when they do come out to life, I do see plenty of, mistakes, room for improvement. Like if I am to judge some artist who is like very advanced or anything like that, but I love everything happening in this space and the way that it's happening. So I'm just really, this is what I'm doing. I'm embracing the love for that process.
And you certainly love what you do.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah.
You do. I can, I see it in your smile, and when you talk about your artwork and you light up is just, that's the best feeling. You know that you're doing something right.
Yes, yes. I hope so. I mean,
Absolutely.
I, I think that I am
Yeah.
because I can see it in the response of others as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So are you working on anything new?
Oh, I'm always.
Always. It's always in progress.
Um, I'm working on several new things at the same time, and right now it's a lot of my work is actually like through different displays.
Okay.
So even though I have to have the room for the bloom, I still consistently work on things. One and most, just because it's part of me, it's part of
Right.
who I am, and two is because it's for me it's important to keep producing the artwork
Mhm.
for things coming up as well too. Summer is going to be busier. It will allow me to also really open up the inspirational alley
Mm.
and have things set outside by the mural, which is going to be just lovely. And I'm planning a
Lovely.
little garden out there.
I like it.
So if anybody, if you're in Middletown, pass by.
Absolutely. Now, do you have guest artists that will come to you to want to hang their pieces in your gallery?
Guest artists, I have several artists that are featured right now. I have some of the greatest artists in the area and some very emerging and just budding and upcoming artists
Oh, that's
together.
great.
And I have 16 artists total for the Bloom exhibit.
That's going to be so much
And it
fun.
will be also an art loop at the same time. And
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh my gosh. And I can't wait for Sunday night when we talk more about it too, because that
okay.
is going to be so exciting. I mean, that opens up so much in that area,
Yeah.
to have, that Middletown, the arts, your community coming together, for everybody that's going to be involved. And this will be the first of many. So going forward, you're
Yes.
going to be able to say, the first bloom, and now we're having the second bloom.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So, just a couple questions on the business side. Would you do anything different when you first found your space and you started putting it all together? Would you change anything
No,
or everything just kind of fell into
no.
place?
Everything happened the way it happened because it should have, and I did my best. So this is really the only thing that we can do, I guess. I mean, and when you lead by by passion, when passion plays such a big part of your decisions, it can be tricky, but it is turning out. I think I wouldn't change a thing. Let me put it this way.
And most of the women that I've asked that question to have said the same thing.
Oh.
It's been a learning experience,
Mm-hmm.
and from, if there anything that did go wrong, everybody's learned from it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And one other question: what advice would you give another, either woman artist going into business for opening a gallery, wanting to open a gallery for themselves?
Just to make sure that they continue to be the true artists that they are and show that part to the world or anybody who they want to show it to, and just to embrace the authenticity, because this is the true opportunity that they have to connect through their artwork, through the community, and through anybody who sees the artwork, who views the artwork. Is it's only one truth. You only one. This is your truth. So if you put it out, you never have to do anything else. So just do it.
I like that. I like that a lot. So, is there anything that you want to share that I haven't touched on? Have I missed anything?
I think that we have covered just about anything that I can possibly talk about. I am gonna continue to work towards these little colorful vibrations that I was talking about earlier on, and maybe maybe just take this opportunity to to tell everyone to be a little more open with the vision, just be a little more attentive. Not try to be attentive, but don't let things that can bring simple joys into just slide by because of something else that has consumed you. So find little happiness like they're all around. Make some art. Go see some art. Yes, this is what I'm
Yes,
going.
that's
Go
it.
see some art.
Go see some
Um,
art. Yes, and there's so much beautiful artwork to look at and to feel
yes.
and to come see you at your gallery and to feel the vibrations and the feelings that your artwork expresses. That's what everybody needs to get out to.
Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Thank you.
Irina, thank you so much. I have enjoyed our conversation. I am so
Me
looking
too.
forward to meeting you in person and talking to you again Sunday night.
Yes, me too. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You are welcome.